agencies that monitor the information that comes in. So I still strongly urge people to use that. And if you don't want to use Crime Stopper, you can just call the Hinds County Sheriff's Office 601-352-0521 and ask to speak to someone. If you need to speak to me, that's fine. And just give us whatever information that you have. No information should ever be considered too small when it comes to addressing violent crimes. Your small information, or what you consider to be small information, could be something that turns into a case breaker. Some of the most valuable information we may have at that particular time.
Okay. Well, let's just say, for instance, you guys have someone detained right now, and people know that this person's been picked up for one crime, but people have information that this person's connected to another. Do you still suggest they call 355-TIP or call you directly with it?
Let me say this. Call us directly with it, but at the same time, we still urge you to call 355-TIP and give that information as well, because again, if it's valuable information, you can be compensated through Crime Stoppers. We can't compensate you for calling us, but we can urge you to get compensated through 355-TIPs.
And if there are people who aren't willing to call,
One was saying something.
I can call for them. You can call me and I'll call you. I'll get you.
Okay, she's gonna take
money.
advantage of it.
Until you get the money.
It's Christmas time.
I mean, hey, the first come every month, rent due every month.
Sure is.
I'm just saying. Yeah. Car note, child care.
Phone bill.
Hey Jackie, I see you. You speaking.
Yeah.
So as far as working with some of the community programs that we have, nonprofit organizations on intervention prior to them getting in, I know that's not the job of law enforcement. However, the presence of law enforcement often does encourage young people. My nephew actually came home to his grandma, my sister, and told her who she should vote for, which was you. And I said, and I asked, he called me, and I said, why should we vote for Tyree Johnson? Well, she came and spoke to us at our school, and I think he's a good pick. So just that interaction, that short interaction alone lets you know the impact that it can make on young people. Do you all have nonprofits right now that you're working with directly from an intervention standpoint prior to people getting in the system?
Well, I can't just necessarily think of one. There have been some that have reached out that we look to develop relationships with, but that's very important, again, when it comes to community policing. Those are the stakeholders that law enforcement need to be actively involved with: schools, churches, community centers, nonprofit organizations. So, I don't mind going out speaking to people myself. If I'm not available, make sure that you have the right personnel in place to be able to go out and reach out to the people. But by no means will we ever deny a nonprofit organization that reaches out to us and say, we want you to be a part of what's going on in the community. That is very beneficial, and I strongly urge all law enforcement to be involved with nonprofit organizations as well.
Now, Sheriff, here at WPR, we always try to keep the community involved and, keep them updated on things that's going on with the county, the city, and everything. And I'm asking you if you are willing to come on Coffee and Conversation once a month and just give us an update. Once you get your feet wet, I know they already wet, but, once you really get in, if you would mind coming in once a month and just give us an update. I have invited all the city leaders to come in just to give us an update on what we're doing with the city, the county, and things like that. So if you're able to come on once a month on Coffee and Conversation and just give the listeners, what you're doing, how you doing, what y'all got going on down there, we greatly appreciate it.
I'm committed to it. You just get with me and let's get it on the calendar, and I'll be here, and I'll be glad to share whatever information that we have. Of course, there's always something going on in the Hinds County Sheriff's Office. There's always something going on in the community that we need to speak about and the people
Yes.
should know about. And as I always say, people should always know the truth
Yes, the
about what's
truth.
going on in the community and in law enforcement as well. So I believe in being honest and I believe in being transparent about it. So you do have my commitment to come and speak with you all on a monthly basis. And if I need to come in between those times and speak about some
Come in,
specific
you're
things,
welcome.
I don't mind doing that as well.
I'm like Bruno Mars, the door's open. We're gonna leave the door open. George, I want 75%.
She going up on you. You
Yes,
better
I
hurry
am.
up and negotiate a deal. Cause last week, if you recall, it was 10%. This week when we walked in the door,
Oh, it was never 10%.
it was 10 last week.
Yeah.
That might have been
it
his
was.
8, but it wasn't the money.
Uh-oh. Wait, then it was 50. Now we at 75. But before long, she gonna own your show.
But this is our gospel program director, Mr. George Winford, Sheriff Jones, and that's our gospel announcer and commercial editor and everything. Reverend Bishop, blues singer Isaac Lindsay. Yeah.
Look at like Experience Jackson over there.
Look out now.
Him preacher.
That's right.
I'm sorry. Oh, Lord. Jesus.
Do we need to talk about that too?
Yeah. Well,
The
see,
sheriff's role,
Lock the
Hinds
door.
County Sheriff's role.
lock the
And
door.
Hinds County
I'm
Supervisor.
so glad I got my sheriff. And you know what? Let me
Believe
explain
it.
something to y'all. As many years I have been in the city of Jackson, I had never really personally met Sheriff Jones. We've never really met. But let other people tell it we had. But anyway,
We ain't gonna let you,
Yeah.
The street committee.
oh yeah, the street committee.
committee.
But you know what? When I first, I know your mom,
Mhm,
and me and her has always been good people,
mhm.
and but it never connected to me.
Right.
And then I
Good,
said,
man.
oh well, now I see where
Appreciate what
you,
y'all did for my dad, man.
so I commend you,
Thank you. Thank you.
and but what I want to say to you on a personal note, you handled everything well. I'm glad you did. You came through it like a flashlight. If my dad would say, you hang on in there.
Absolutely.
Because we don't talk.
Right.
And I was in Chicago when I got the news.
Mhm.
And I was celebrating my birthday up there, and I think I drank more for you than I did for my own self.
Uh-oh.
No, baby. Get
So-
ready, baby.
Uh-oh.
That's not to get it twisted.
She's legal.
But I'm proud that everything turned out for you.
Thank you.
And like I said, if there's anything, if you need a handkerchief, come on over here. We got a whole box of them.
Come and see me.
Anything we need to do, if you have some community things you're doing, call us, email it to us, we'll get it out. We are here as a service.
Gotcha.
And I remember when Sheriff Lewis was the sheriff, my dad had gave them a show. And whenever you get ready, if you want your own program with the Hinds County, just let me know.
I sure will.
Because that's what we're here for.
Okay.
Definitely.
Well, I definitely appreciate it, and as always, I appreciate the time and and the efforts that you all put into the community as well, and being able to include law enforcement, I believe will always make a difference. It's going to reach out and touch somebody.
Yes.
It may not reach as many people as you would want it to, but there's no small amount of people you can ever reach out when it comes
That's
to
it.
the community and law enforcement.
And see, I need law enforcement because, I reach out and touch my grandchildren all the time. For real.
See, we gotta do a little bit more.
But let me tell you something. When they took that off the table, that's why these children see, like I tell y'all, it costs $100 to get out. Just calm as hell. See, don't be scared to put your hand on your children. Yeah.
Fundraisers,
Yeah.
get you out of jail.
Get you out of
for
jail.
disciplining your
Yeah,
child.
you got
You
to.
can't abuse them, but if you go to jail for
No.
disciplining your child, she gonna help get you. She gonna help.
If my mama was still living, she'd have just not been getting out.
She and your mama just get but you know what? But I used to tell my kids, hey, if Hines County, because I lived in the county when my children were growing up, and I tell them all the time, you know how the children were threatening to call the police 911. Hey, if y'all think the police will do a better job of raising y'all than me, you know, because I want the best for my children, y'all call it.
Me and my cousin beat up this girl one time over a boy, and I can hear my mama coming to Chicago Police Department, and I told the police, I said, I'm safer back here, sir. I just rather spend my time back here. I want to say, get out of back there. I don't want to come. I don't want to. And I don't understand. I need children can run away from home and can't be found. I don't care where I went.
Your mama could find you.
Eva Parker was there.
And your mama was last name Miss Parker.
Yeah.
Miss Parker.
She was a Parker too, baby. That what they liked about her. Okay. Yeah. Hey, Mac, I'm sorry. You know your sister. You know, but we love spending time with the Honorable Sheriff Tyree Jones, and we know he has to go to work, and we have another guest in the house, but Sheriff Jones, like I said,